You need some help getting your home and your life in order? You've come to the right place. Diane and Denmark here, rah rah rah. I hope you're fine and well today. Another case study from a coaching client. I am a routines coach, a Hygge expert, and I help people to implement some really good daily routines so that we can overcome that feeling of overwhelm, so we can bring back the joy into our lives. And today's client, well, we'll call her Jessica. She's in the United States. She has 3 children who are 12, 9 and 5 years old. She works outside the home. Did I say that? She works outside the home. And she has a significant other. And in these coaching sessions that I do, they're 45 minutes long. So I'm not going to cover everything that we go into. But I'm giving you some of the tips and tricks and systems that we work with. And I'm showing you how you can adapt the routines to your situation, whether you're working outside the home, whether you are homeschooling, perhaps you have mobility issues, health issues, maybe you've just added a baby to the mix, maybe you are recently retired. So anyway, let's dig into it today with Jessica's situation. Jessica had that kind of classic problem that I hear a lot from my clients, in that her evening routine, it just wasn't working. And she knew about the Flylady system, had implemented a lot of things from Flylady, but the evenings, she knew that they were just kind of spinning out of control. And what was happening was that she felt like she got home from work, you know, the kids were home from school, and the yelling was starting, you know, everybody was kind of yelling at each other. They were eating later and later, and you know, just by the end of the evening, she was feeling frazzled. Everybody was kind of getting annoyed, and she knew that you know, life can be like that for a couple of weeks, but we really need to kind of take responsibility, take charge, and change up what is happening. So I get my clients to walk me through a typical day from them, from morning to evening, what they eat, how their day flows. And we reworked Jessica's evening routine. So here's what some of the things that we came up with for her. And Jessica's evening routine, it actually starts with the evening meal prep. And Jessica, she's really good at menu planning. I'll be talking about menu planning in another one of my case studies. Menu planning is fantastic for taking away the stress, for saving money. So it wasn't the knowing what was for dinner, that wasn't a problem. But it was actually sitting down to dinner and the dinner clear up. That's where the kind of problem started. You've probably heard this before if you've been watching my videos for a long time, but I am a big fan of everybody getting involved in menu prep. You know, even, you know, very small kids can help with that. And the way that I've done it for many years is that when I start cooking dinner in the evening, I make sure that I fill up the sink or a basin with hot soapy water, and I clean up as I go. So I'm preparing dinner, and whatever I'm using, you know, it gets washed up or it gets put in the dishwasher. The kids can be helping with that. Also, make sure to be doing poopas. We talked about that recently. Pick up and put away. If you take an ingredient to use for dinner out of the fridge or out of the cupboard, you use it and then you put it back where it came from. And Jessica started doing that with the kids because what had been happening was that, you know, they were all kind of helping to cook dinner, but then, you know what it's like, the kids kind of lose interest, or, you know, they eat quickly and then they've skedaddled and gone off. And Jessica was left there doing all the cleanup and feeling that way of, oh, you know, feeling like the martyr. And then she would also kind of skedaddle, leave the kitchen, go into the living room and think, oh, you know, she deserved to play on her telephone or whatever. And then she never got back there. And then the evening just kind of went downhill from there. So we changed it round and said, everybody's got to be helping for dinner prep. Everybody helps to clear up as you go along, and you don't sit down to eat dinner until everything is basically, looks good again. And that really helps, because once you've eaten, all you're left with is maybe one pot or pan or a dish, a plate, knife and fork, and everybody clears up their own things. You can also have a rota and put that right up on the fridge. Somebody takes the things from the table, somebody wipes the table, somebody sets up the table for breakfast. She started doing that as well. And we've done that for years, and I love that. It makes mornings go so much easier. And also make sure to make it fun for all of you. You can set a timer for 5 minutes and get everybody helping. You can put on a couple of songs that you like, get the candles going. If you are a single person, turn up the music or listen to an audiobook on your headphones. And once they were finished in the kitchen, and it only took 5 or 10 minutes, then everybody went off to their rooms and they did the next part of the evening routine, which was getting their outfits ready for the next day and looking through, getting their school bags ready, or, Rebecca did hers and got her work outfit ready for the next day and her work bag ready. And in the past, Jessica had been doing that for everybody else in the family. And you know how that is. I mean, often I know me as a mum, I would think, well, I can do it faster. The problem is you're not teaching the kids how to do it themselves. And often we get tired and we get so bogged down with everything else, and then we do that kind of martyrish thing and oh, woe is me, and I'm stuck with doing all this. So again, you can put it on a little rota. You can, the kids can have a little chore chart. They can put it on an app. So Jessica was looking out her outfit for the next day, looking out her bag for the next day. The kids were doing the same. And when I followed up with Jessica a couple of weeks later, I followed up with my clients. She said to me, I wasn't going to believe it, but they had her evening routine, the family's evening routine. They had brought it forward by, wait for it, 2 hours. They were finished 2 hours earlier than they were before. And she said to me, there wasn't any more work involved, but it was just about being more deliberate and being more consistent, making sure with the follow through that the kids were doing their part of the bargain, using the timer, and make sure, especially when you're using the timer, you don't do that thing of setting the timer again and again and again, because the kids won't trust you later. Just say, okay kids, 5 minutes, give me your attention for 5 minutes, and you go through your, whatever's on your chore chart. And when you're consistent with it, the kids will trust you that only takes 5 minutes, and they're learning that only takes a few minutes of concentrated effort to get things done. And then the rest of the evening, they got to go off and do what they wanted. Guilt-free, stress-free. And Jessica said to me that also the noise level in the house came down because people weren't shouting at each other. And often it's that when you can say to each other, refer them to, the rota that's sticking on the fridge, that, okay, it's your turn to do that. There's not any of that kind of bargaining any longer. It's written down there in black and white, and that is it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. Remember, I'm doing monthly giveaways where you can win a coaching session with me. If you're subscribed, you will see the new videos coming up, and you can look out for the giveaway videos. Is there something that you have changed in your evening routine? Do you know what time your evening routine starts and stops? Do you actually know what time you want to be finished with your evening routine? And is there anything that you've learned today that you can use? If there's something that's really helped you with your evening routine, put it down below in the comments, because we can all learn from each other. Oh, and a quick announcement in case you missed it. I've reopened my Facebook page, Diane in Denmark. And because I know a lot of you like the extra photos and small videos and finding out about my winter bathing, the skinny dip sea swimming that I do here in Denmark and life in Denmark. I post that on Instagram. I know a lot of you are not on Instagram, so I am reposting the stuff there on Facebook and also videos and little extra stuff. Please be aware that you know me, and I don't like people being sucked into the internet. So my Facebook page, it's not for long discussions and things, and I'm there to give you daily motivation and inspiration. And then, you know what? I want you up off your bahukis and moving. So anyway, you're welcome to join me on the Facebook page. It's the same name as here, Diane in Denmark. Anyway, I need to get back to my clients, and all I've got left to say is live long and prosper. May the Danish Hygge be with you, and I'll see you very soon with a ra ra ra. Okay, bye for now.